Happy Sunday, CHFFL. Time for week 5, and we're going to get a preview going. This is a very important week. This is the last, as you know, our schedule is 5 games in conference. You play everybody in your conference, then we go to out of conference, then we come back. And when it comes to playoff seeding, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head matchup. So if you get these wins, get up maybe 3-2, especially for guys that are in the 1-3 to 3-1 range. This is a very important week. We've got a great game of the week. I'm 15-9 on the season, although Wes made me look like a fool as the guest picker by getting a perfect 6-0. We'll see how I can do today. Starting out in the Fortnite Conference, we have Dusty Divot Dark Vikings, fresh off of that Antonio Brown trade against the Snobby Shore Pistol Whips. We have Risky Reels and Watson Thrills against the Sully Spring Spartans, and Tilted Towers, who are still technically a team, mostly made of high schoolers at this point, against Keanu's Chug Jugs. First game there, Marty against Parker. Marty just acquired Antonio Brown, and I'll be doing a video talking about that trade and the Dalvin Cook for AJ Green trade as well, maybe later today. We'll see. First game since that, Joe Mixon is back for Parker. If you remember, he traded for Mixon recently, so he's got a new borderline RB1 going. I still like Marty here with Zeke and Brown. I just don't think that Parker has enough to keep up. Parker is in the mix with Swan for that third playoff spot in the Fortnite Conference, but I don't think he has enough to beat Marty today and tomorrow. Moving over to Minnie against Swan. Geronimo Allison is out for today for Green Bay, and Minnie started Ryan Grant in his flex spot. Ryan Grant played on Thursday. Do not start Thursday players in your flex spot. If he was going to play Ryan Grant, you should put him in the wide receiver spot, and that way, say like he has Ty Montgomery on the bench. So Ty Montgomery used to be a wide receiver for Green Bay. Now he's technically listed as a running back, but with Geronimo and Randall Cobb out, Montgomery might line up as a wide receiver, but you can't sub him in because he can't play a wide receiver position. If Ryan Grant was in the wide receiver spot, he could put a running back in at flex. Anyway, lesson for the day, rant over. And for Swan, Devonta Freeman's finally playing for the first time since like week 1. I think Swan takes this. He has too many wide receiver, he's stacked, and too many guys that could go off. Finally, we have the Tilted Towers against Keanu Chug Jugs. Grant's team, he traded away Brown, who was really the last big chip he had. Stan is looking to go 4-1 with tiebreakers against everybody but Marty, which is a really interesting aspect of that Brown trade. When I get to the video, we'll talk about it. I think Stan's going to win this one. I'd be stupid to not pick him. Over to the anime conference, and I have a little tune from Your Lie in April, which Mark's team is named after. We have the Gordon Smash against the Super Mario Star Power. I think all 3 games in the anime conference are really interesting this week. It was very hard to pick a game of the week. And then Full Metal Alchemera, Wes against Marks, Your Thighs in April, and then My Girly Girly Literature Club against Brad and the Soul Eater Leonard. Like I said, all good games. Let's start with Max against Roy. Max is facing some tough defenses, and the matchups are really what make this interesting. I think Max is a much better team. He has 2 guys going up against Jacksonville, Kareem Hunt and Mahomes. He's playing someone's playing Baltimore, someone's playing Philadelphia. Those are not great matchups. And Roy has Ben and Juju going against the Falcons. That could be a shootout. Ben's already put up over 40 at least once this year. The Steelers are just no defense, high flying, heavy pass game script games this year. I am taking Roy with the upset. It just seems like everything's kind of tilted against Max. It's really tough. All 3 anime picks, I think I kind of am picking what I want to happen, but also I could see all of them happening. Let's move over to Wes against Mark. Wes has Enunwa in the starting lineup with Evans on the bye instead of, I think Alshon Jeffrey's going this week, but it's a respectable choice. Mark's rolling out AJ Green one last time. You notice I didn't push that trade through. He didn't want it pushed through, which is really smart. Cook's not playing this week, so he can get one more good week out of AJ Green. And I'm taking Mark again with the upset. He's a bit stronger wide receiver. Wes missing Evans. And again, I might just kind of want this to happen, but I see it as a possibility. And finally, game of the week. I finally picked myself for game of the week. I think this is a great storyline. Brad has been a very good team that has an unfortunate 1-3 record. The two of us, I feel like, are kind of in that mix with Mark, and it's going to be a nasty fight in the anime conference. So if either of us can have the tiebreaker, well, at least the first game head-to-head, get that victory, that would be huge. My running backs are much better than his. His wide receivers are much better than mine. I'm going to pick myself. Yeah, and I don't know why I'm just feeling great today. I'm feeling like today's a good fantasy day for old Eng Piece. I just think, wow, Fournette is still nursing his injury. I know Chris Carson's playing today, but I think Gurley and Breda for me. Sony Michel already had a good Thursday. I think I can pull this one out. Anyway, let me know what you think of my picks. Maybe like the video if you liked it. Sorry it's getting up late. I had some technical difficulties this morning, and we'll be back with you soon. Until then, goodbye.